and everything was see-through. It was like I was in a wet t-shirt contest. My boobs are small. I would have lost. Hello my loves, it's Ziya. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tag that I made up some questions for. It's the most embarrassing moments tag. I think somebody made a most embarrassing moments tag a few years ago, but it never caught on. I was thinking of different little short stories that I want to tell you guys, and they were all so short and so small that I felt like they each didn't need like their own video. So I decided to just put them all in one. I was like, well, why don't I just make it into a tag? So I turned it into the embarrassing moments tag. There's 5 questions, and I'm going to answer each question in the form of a story. So that's what I'm doing today. But before I get started on that, I want to let you guys know that I do want to do a Q&A soon. So if there are any questions that you want to ask me, then just leave them in the comments down below, and I will most likely answer your question because I feel like there's going to be like 5 questions. So yeah. So now that I have that out of the way, let's get started on the questions. Question number 1. Have you ever fallen down in public? Tell the story. I have fallen down in public multiple times. They were each very, very embarrassing. It was one of the rare days where I actually wore a skirt to school. I remember it was like this kind of flowy, asymmetrical skirt. Like it was higher in the middle and it went down on the sides. You know what I mean? And it was black because that was like the only color I wore in high school was black. I was walking home from school and I was reading and on my phone both at the same time. I was texting people, so I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. And there was this one apartment complex that I had to walk past on my way home. In front of this apartment complex, there was a lot of uneven pavement, like there were parts that got pushed up. So anytime you walked over it, you had to be really careful. Well, this day, since I was extremely distracted, I didn't notice it. And of course, it's the one day that I wore a skirt to school. I tripped over one of the uneven pieces of pavement, and I just fell flat on my face, scraped up my elbows and my knees. I scraped everything, and I dropped my phone, I dropped my book. Of course, this is when a lot of people are walking home too because it's right after school. So everybody saw it. Everybody saw my underwear, blue floral underwear. It's like, oh, I guess Ziya doesn't just wear black. Question number 2. Have you ever accidentally exposed a private body part? Tell the story. It has happened. The most memorable time for me was when I was in my freshman year of high school and I was going to a school that had an indoor pool. And during this time of year, our assigned sport for PE was swimming. We all had to shower afterwards, and of course the locker room showers are not private. There was like 3 pillars and like 10 shower heads that came off of each one, so you're showering with 30 other people. And none of us wanted to get undressed, so we would always shower with our swimming clothes on. And me, being as uncomfortable with my body as I was at that point, I would wear everything. I would wear my basketball shorts, I would wear a tank top with a t-shirt over it, and everything was always black, of course. Even though most of my clothes were always black, a lot of my under things were not. And my cami that I was wearing that day under my t-shirt was a really light purple. I didn't consider it being too light because there was extra support in the boobie area, right? So there was 2 thick layers of fabric. I felt like that would be enough to cover anything if it was wet. I was wrong. I take off my t-shirt and I have my cami underneath so I can wash off. And my friend turns around and looks at me and says, "Ziya, your boobs are showing." And I was just confused because I was still wearing my cami. I was like, what? I looked down and everything was see-through. It was like I was in a wet t-shirt contest. My boobs are small. I would have lost. Everybody saw my nipples. All of my nipples, all of my 2 nipples, everybody saw them. I was mortified. Those were the days, right? No, they were awful. They were awful days. Question number 3. Have you ever been embarrassed in front of a crush? Tell the story. Yes, I have been embarrassed in front of a crush. One particular time. This really stands out to me, not because of how embarrassing it was, but because of how nice my crush was at that point. So I'm just gonna call my crush Febreze, because that's the first thing I see. So I had a crush on this boy named Febreze, right? And I had to go to PE for summer school because I was one of those kids who did not like to change my clothes for PE because I didn't like to change in the locker room. And that was stupid because PE is the easiest class to pass. Like, just change your clothes. That's literally all you have to do. Change your clothes and participate. But I was like, and I got a D, and D is not passing. So I had to go to summer school. My crush, Febreze, apparently, was also there, but he wasn't there because he needed to take summer school. I think he was taking like an extra credit TA thing during the summer, and that's why he was there. And we had dated before, but we ended up deciding to just be friends. But even though I decided that I would just be friends with him, I still had like a huge crush on him, right? So I go to school, and my PE teacher decided that we are going to play flag football for PE. Everything was fine. We played flag football. There were multiple different teams, and we all had little mini games going on. Towards the end of the day, my teacher blows a whistle, signals us that it's time to go back up to the gym because it was getting really, really hot, and he didn't want us like getting dehydrated or anything, so he wanted to go back up to the gym. So I turn around and I start to leave, and somebody runs into me and knocks me the fuck down. I ate shit hard. And not only did I eat shit hard, I twisted my ankle. Twisted my ankle right there on the field after playing flag football. I couldn't walk. I hurt my ankle really, really bad. I was limping, and to get back to the gym, we had to go up a hill, and I was just not able to walk that. So we had to call security to pick me up and drive me up to the gym. Our security guards drove around in golf carts. They gave me a ride back up to the gym. And Febreze was with me the whole time and making sure that I was okay and helping me walk and everything. And when we got into the gym, he sits me down on one of the bleachers, and then he leaves. And I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm not going to expect him to like stay by my side this whole time, so I didn't really think much of it. And he comes back with ice and stuff to wrap my ankle, which was really, really sweet of him. It was really, really nice. And he bends down to wrap my ankle. And I remembered that I decided not to shave my legs. And the kid that I was really, really into for a long time, I was into him at this point, sees my legs super hairy. Looking back, it's like, it's nothing, it's hair on my legs. But back then, I felt so embarrassed that he had seen my legs super hairy. Like, I just wanted the illusion to be there that I just don't grow hair in places where I don't want to grow hair. But that illusion was broken because he saw my hairy legs and touched my hairy legs because he was wrapping my ankle. And he didn't say anything about it, which is, you know, he could have been like, whoa, you're a freaking bear, aren't you? But he didn't say anything. He was really, really polite and wrapped my foot and everything and stayed with me for the rest of the day and even waited for me while my mom came to pick me up after school. Question number 4. Have you ever gotten stage fright or had an embarrassing performance? Tell the story. I have 2 of these. I don't know which one I want to tell more. I think I'm just going to tell the one where I tried to sing in front of my 7th grade class. We were having a party that was supposed to be like a medieval times type of party, and my teachers wanted there to be performers because that's what people did back then, apparently. I don't know shit about medieval things. My teachers wanted us to have performers there, and they wanted students to perform. When we had asked if it had to be like something from that time period, they said no, you know, if you want to go up there and sing a song or do a dance or whatever, just sign up and we'll get you on the schedule and you can do it. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna sing Tourniquet from Evanescence. I really liked that song at that time, and I was like, I'm gonna sing this. And I really do enjoy singing. I love singing, but I'm not really good at singing. So I tell my teachers what I'm going to do, and the day comes for me to do my performance. I got up there and I gave my teacher, who was in charge of the radio, my CD. Yeah, this was like in 2004. So I gave my teacher my CD, and instead of like getting a track that was just instrumentals that I could sing with, I decided that he could just play Tourniquet on my Evanescence CD, and I would just sing along with it, but slightly louder than it, so that I wouldn't be overshadowed by Amy Lee's vocals. Looking back, it made no sense. I should have just got a track that was just instrumentals and given that to my teacher, because he turned it up really, really loud. I couldn't sing any louder than I was, and so everybody thought that I was lip syncing. It was just a mess. It was so bad. And nobody heard me. Everybody thought that I was lip syncing. And for the rest of middle school, throughout half of high school, whenever certain people would see me or hear me listening to Evanescence, they would be like, "Oh, remember that time when you tried to lip sync that song in front of everybody?" That was that story. And down to the last question. Question number 5. Have you ever been drunk? Do you have an embarrassing story from a time that you were? Tell the story. Yes, I have an extremely embarrassing story. This happened, I think I was 16 years old. Disclaimer to everybody, I'm not saying it's okay to drink or smoke or anything while you're underage. It's a very bad idea. Don't do it. It's not worth it. A friend and I were hanging out at her home, and I was going to spend the night. And her friend comes over. I'm going to call my friend Anne, and I'm going to call her friend John. I don't know where I'm getting these names. I don't know an Anne and I don't know a John, so I think that's okay. John comes over and the three of us are hanging out in her bedroom. We knew he was a bit older than both of us, but we didn't know exactly how old he was. And we were like, "Oh, so what else were you gonna do today? You're just gonna like stick around here until it's time to go home?" And he said, "Well, today is my 21st birthday." And we were like, "What? Why are you here? You should go somewhere else and like party for your 21st birthday. This is like a big thing. Are you supposed to go to a bar or something, like get drunk?" And he goes, "Well, I did buy a couple bottles, but I don't have anybody to drink with." Us being rebellious teenagers like we were, we say, "Go get the bottles. Like, they're lonely in the car. Why did you leave them? You bought them and you're gonna leave them in your car?" No. So bring them inside. He gets the bottles and passes them to us through Anne's window. And then he comes back inside the house. We drink in the room until we're all super drunk. At least I was super drunk. I had Smirnoff Lime, I think it was. And I finished off like maybe 3/4 of that bottle by myself. And I got really drunk. I passed out on the floor. And I threw up. We had pizza earlier that day. Pizza does not feel nice coming back up. My friend Anne ends up waking me up and telling me to go clean up in the bathroom because I had thrown up all over her floor and she had to clean it. And so I go into the bathroom, I throw up more, and I come back out. And I tell Anne that I want to take a shower and if it's okay, even though everybody's sleeping. And she says, "No, that's a bad idea. You're going to wake everybody up because they're going to hear the fan on in the bathroom, they're going to hear the water on. Somebody's going to wake up and realize what's going on. So no, don't take a shower right now. It's a bad idea." So at that point, I start getting really bitchy because first of all, she's telling me not to do something that I really want to do. Also, I had just gone through like a really shitty breakup at this point, so I was not in the best mindset in any way. Somehow, we end up going outside and I apparently caused a bunch of chaos. I fell down in the grass while wearing my pajamas. My pants were apparently grass stained. I saw them the next day and they were just like stained with all this grass. This is all like stories that I heard over the next couple of days because I don't remember a single thing. I was just being a complete mess and I was crying and I was like falling down everywhere, I swear. That was probably the sloppiest I had ever been drunk. And I don't drink now. I stopped drinking a long time ago. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that. Somehow, I ended up waking up in a bathtub filled with water, wearing basketball shorts and a bra. I don't know how it happened. My friend Anne did tell me that I didn't do anything with anybody, so that was comforting. She told me that I was just bitching the whole time about wanting to take a shower, so she finally gave in and let me take a shower. And instead of taking a shower, I sat down in the bathtub and just filled it with water and laid in it. Then they just left me in there for a while until I woke up. I could have drowned in a bathtub. Luckily, I didn't die. There's people screaming outside. Those are my stories. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. That was my embarrassing moments tag. And I'm tagging all of you to do this tag, especially Nerdy Wordy Quirky here on YouTube. She's gonna do this. I know she's gonna do it. So go watch her video. I bet it's going to be hilarious. I'm gonna go watch it as soon as it's out because I love that girl. She is so funny. She's hilarious. Love her videos so much. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave your questions down below if you have any questions that you want me to answer in my Q&A, and I will see you in my next video.